Welcome back to another message crawler update. Today we're going to talk about how you can export messages faster. So one complaint people told me about my message crawler is it is not fast enough. Whenever they deal with large amounts of Slack data, writing out RSMF files is too slow. The reason for that may be because the file format is somewhat complex. It's an email file format, so you have to build a JSON file, and you have to take all the attachments, you have to zip it all up, create the EML message, attach everything, and then save it. So there are a lot of steps even for a computer, and some of those steps depend on third-party plugins, and they may not be as optimized as they could be. But complaint was still there, and it was a valid complaint. If you have a lot of data, it is, well, kind of slower than what you would want it to be. So to fix that, I decided to build a multi-threaded export into message crawler. Let me show you how I did it. So if we go to message crawler now, I have a dot file open. It just got some messages. I kind of closed the cells. I'm not sure if it's something that I can share with you. So let's do this. Let's run this export and monitor our CPU utilization. So I'm going to click on generate export, and you see now we are working on the export. I'm going to bring up a task manager, and it's working, right? CPU utilization 15%, 20. It's doing okay, but it's, you know, not utilizing maximum power that's available on this computer. And there's actually a lot available. And now we have export finished, so there's an error because couldn't find attachment. That's okay, we're not worried about that right now. So let's redo this export. I'm going to go to my settings, and I'm going to configure my thread count to be 100. I'm going to run 100 exports at the same time. So I'm going to do RSMF multi-thread. And what I'll do differently, or what it will do differently now, is instead of reading conversation, writing, it's just going to read them all and create sort of like a big package of lots of different jobs to be done. And then it'll create 100 threads and then just dump them all to the disk, and it'll use like the CPU and the hard drive and network. And I'm sure your network people will hate you for using 100 threads, but you know, if you want to be fast, this is what's going to do it. All right, we got everything configured with 100 threads. Let's see if we can get a higher CPU utilization on this run. So I'm going to get ready to switch to my task manager. So let's go generate, switch, and let's see if we can get a bigger spike in the CPU utilization. And, oh, well, we did, but it's already done. So that's how quick it was to do the export in the multi-threaded environment. All right, I'm still not happy. I want to slam that CPU. I want to see how much I can load it. I got even more data now. I got, how many? I got over 100,000 messages here. Let's generate the export, go to task manager, and let's see what happens. Okay, analyzing grid, so we're doing a scan through it, so that initial step is going to take a little longer. We're scanning through our conversations, and we are ready to start writing it to a file. All right, we got fairly low CPU utilization at this stage, and once we're ready, all right, now we're starting. Okay, looking at the CPU. Come on. We got 800 items in the folder, 1300, 2000. All right, so I'm not using 100% of the CPU utilization, but I would say this is pretty respectable. We just generated 3,000 RSMF files, and all within 1 minute. So this is what multi-threading export is all about. We got all those messages exported together at the same time. They were dumped into split into 100 different threads, and then whenever one thread's done, more added to the queue, and so on. And multi-threaded exports right now are RSMF and EML. Ooh, I didn't tell you. I can export to EML too. Well, that's also multi-threaded export. So if you select one of these two, message crawler will use multiple threads and export lots and lots of data at the same time. So if you had complained that it's too slow, hopefully it's not going to be anymore. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next message crawler update.